Next week is June 25. On the 25th of June 1947, The Diary of a Young Girl is published. What is the better known title of The Diary of a Young Girl? Use the link below to submit your answer and win an amazing prize. Welcome to a new episode of Smarter by the Second. And just like last week, I am once again joined by Hil Meijer. Welcome, Hil.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
So last week you survived the first 4 rounds of science.
Yeah, you need some time to get into it.
Yeah, I think the last 2 rounds you did perfect. So you really got the hang of it.
Yeah, we'll see how we do today.
So no guarantees from me.
No. You upset me by that first round on imaging.
Well, now we're not doing any medical for this first round of today. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, a wrestling legend well known for his acting performances in jungle-themed movies, but while he may be The Rock, he's not the only rock out there. Here are 9 types of rock. A picture is given of the type of rock, and I'll also give a description. And you have to tell me what rock do you see and hear about. And your options are granite, chalk, coal, flint, marble, basalt, slate, obsidian, and sandstone. So, nothing medical related.
No.
But is this also one of your expertises?
I used to go into quarries with my dad.
Look, so there's something there.
But well, he knew what we were looking for. So
you were just following.
Yeah, but so we'll see. Obsidian, I might know, but okay.
All right, so you will see them and you will hear my description.
Yeah.
Good luck. First one. Formed deep underground from slowly cooled magma, this coarse-grained rock is rich in quartz and feldspar. It's extremely hard and durable, making it popular for construction, monuments, and kitchen countertops.
Granite.
A soft white sedimentary rock made mostly of tiny marine organisms, calcium-rich shells. Often forms cliffs and is used in classrooms, agriculture, and is a mild abrasive in various products.
Chalk.
Created when limestone undergoes heat and pressure, this metamorphic rock has a crystalline structure and smooth texture. It's highly valued for sculpture, architecture, and decorative use due to its
marble.
beauty. Composed of compacted sand grains, often quartz, this sedimentary rock forms in deserts and riverbeds. It's commonly used as a building material and reveals information about ancient environments and climate.
Slate.
A hard, dense form of silica that often...
Flint.
A volcanic glass formed from rapidly cooled lava. It
Obsidian.
A fine-grained, dark-colored igneous rock that forms from quickly cooled lava at or near the Earth's surface.
Basalt.
A black, combustible rock formed from ancient plant material subjected to heat and pressure over millions of years.
Coal.
A fine-grained metamorphic rock that splits easily to flat sheets, formed from shale under pressure. It's widely used for roofing, flooring, and chalkboards due to its durability and workability.
Sandstone. Stop.
So now 7 answers need to be correct in this and the next round.
And it should be on the edge, but I think
You think there are 7?
I think there are 7.
So no lifelines here.
No, but no guarantees either.
You have to risk it if you're going for the big prize, of course. Then let's go to checking. First one is formed deep underground from slowly cooled magma. This coarse-grained rock is rich in quartz and feldspar. It's extremely hard and durable, making it popular for construction, monuments, and kitchen countertops. That's granite. A soft white sedimentary rock, made mostly of tiny marine organisms, calcium-rich shells. Often forms cliffs and is used in classrooms, agriculture, and is a mild abrasive in various products. That's chalk. And created when limestone undergoes heat and pressure, and is highly valued for sculpture, architecture, and decorative use due to its beauty and polishability. That's marble. Composed of compacted sand grains, often quartz, this sedimentary rock forms in deserts and riverbeds. This is sandstone. Then a hard, dense form of silica that often occurs in nodules with chalk. It was historically used for tools and fire starting due to its sharp edges and ability to produce sparks. That's flint. A volcanic glass formed from rapidly cooled lava. It has a smooth, shiny surface and conchoidal fracture, making it useful for cutting tools and decorative items in ancient and modern cultures. That's obsidian. And a fine-grained, dark-colored igneous rock that forms from critically cooled lava at or near the Earth's surface, common in oceanic crust and volcanic islands. It is widely used in construction and road building. That's basalt. Then a black combustible rock formed from ancient plant material subjected to heat and pressure over millions of years. It's a major energy source, though its use is declining due to environmental concerns. That's coal, so that's your 7th correct answer.
Yeah.
And a fine-grained metamorphic rock that splits easily to flat sheets. This was slate. So only swap 2, but that's allowed. So congrats, you made it to the 6th round. So those quarry visits really paid off.
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
I don't think you saw all that kind of stones there as well.
No, it's the lime that I couldn't distinguish between sandstone and slate. Yeah. If I would have seen it differently, I might have swapped. But yeah.
You still made it to the next round.
Yeah.
Methane is one of the simplest organic compounds that exist. It consists of a carbon atom surrounded by 4 hydrogen atoms. Despite its simplicity, it is a very useful chemical that can be used as a fuel source, but is also a major contributor in climate change. Here are 9 other organic compounds. You see a picture of the structure, and I give you a small description. So the options are ethanol, citric acid, acetic acid, glucose, acetone, benzene, toluene, fructose, and lactic acid. You like your chemistry?
No.
Firm no. Well, we see how you do. So I also give a description. Best of luck. First one, a simple sugar that serves as a primary energy source for cells. It's produced during photosynthesis and broken down in cellular respiration.
Fructose.
A volatile, flammable liquid commonly used as an intoxicating agent in beverages, a disinfectant and a fuel additive. It's produced through fermentation by yeast and used in industrial and medical settings.
I'll put in ethanol, and where I said fructose, I want to say glucose.
A weak acid responsible for the sour taste in vinegar. It is also an important industrial chemical used in food preservation, plastic production, and as a precursor in many chemical syntheses.
Citric acid.
A solvent commonly used in paint thinners, adhesives, and chemical manufacturing. It evaporates quickly and can affect the central nervous system if inhaled in large amounts.
Toluene.
A natural compound found in citrus fruits that acts as a key player in the Krebs cycle, helping to produce cellular energy. It is also used to flavor foods and preserve products.
Lactic acid.
A naturally occurring sugar found in fruits and honey.
Fructose.
Produced in muscles during intense exercise when oxygen is limited. It contributes to temporary fatigue and soreness and is also used in food preservation and fermentation.
Acetic acid.
A colorless solvent widely used in nail polish remover, laboratory cleaning and plastic production.
Acetone.
A highly stable aromatic.
Benzene. Stop. And I'll put in 1 lifeline.
1 lifeline. So you think you have 6 of them correct by yourself? You can take your time to count them if you want. But if you're very sure, then we can just roll with it.
I just don't know. But the time is limited too, so I'll just put in 1.
Yeah, if you put 1, then you will also get back your 56 if you do decide, because if you finish this round, then you can settle for the silver medal, which is a very good
yeah, I understand, but we'll see.
We'll see. All right, then the 1 lifeline is used, and go to checking. First one, a simple sugar that serves as a primary energy source for cells. It's produced during photosynthesis and broken down in cellular respiration to fuel metabolic activities in nearly all living things. This is indeed glucose, so very well that you corrected yourself here. And a volatile, flammable liquid commonly used in intoxicating agents in beverages, that's ethanol. And a weak acid responsible for the sour taste in vinegar, that's acetic acid, so different acid.
Yeah.
But here you will use your lifeline. And a solvent commonly used in paint thinners, adhesives, and chemical manufacturing, that's toluene. The natural compound found in citrus fruits that acts as a key player in the Krebs cycle, that's citric acid, so again a different acid. Then the naturally occurring sugar found in fruits and honey, that's fructose. Produced in muscles during intense exercise when oxygen is limited, That's lactic acid. So you switched around the acids. The colorless solvent widely used in nail polish remover, laboratory cleaning, and plastic production, that's acetone. And lastly, a highly stable aromatic compound used in the production of plastics, resins, and synthetic fibers, that's benzene. So, again, perfect use of your lifeline. And now you get to the point, I first want to congratulate you. You solved this part of Smarter by the Second up till now. And you can now get your prize, but you can also risk everything and go for another 2 rounds, where everything needs to be perfect. And I see the seconds are already added. So you have 173 seconds and 5 lifelines. Of course, you can only get to round 8 by having round 7 perfect. So then you will get another lifeline for the final round. But they also cost you 16 seconds. Are you up for the challenge, or do you think it's too risky?
Look, there's nothing to lose and there's a lot of fun to gain.
Well, you can use the silver award.
So what if look, we will have a lot of fun.
Well, I'm always in favor of trying it.
You can laugh at me if I fail, and we can cherish the thought that we got close if I have 8 correct. Hey, let's give it a try.
I think no one can laugh at a performance where you already made it to this point. So we're just.
I was very happy with putting in 1 for for cycling free acids. That was.
You were a bit unlucky that you didn't get 1 year correct by yourself, though. But let's see how the next one goes. Did you know plants can have memory? In 2014, biologists from Australia and Italy showed that the Mimosa pudica can learn and remember. They trained mimosa by repeatedly dropping water in it. The plant eventually stopped closing its leaves, realizing there was no threat. Even weeks later, it still remembered. While plants do not have brain cells, they do have fascinating structures. Here are 9 structures found in plant cells. I will give you a description, and you have to tell me which term I am describing. And the options are cell wall, the cell membrane, the mitochondrion, nucleus, vacuole, cytoplasm, chromoplast, ribosome, and chloroplast. So it's a biology round. Does that suit you?
Well, some terms I would know from neuroscience with a different meaning, right?
True.
So there's some that I don't know, but perhaps the description will help.
We hope so.
Yeah.
Here comes the first one. The membrane-enclosed organelle that contains the DNA.
It should be ribosome.
Composed of cellulose, this organelle provides structural support and gives shape to the cell.
The cell wall.
A barrier between the cell and the environment, only allowing certain molecules to pass through.
Cell membrane.
The semi-fluid substance within a cell which all organelles are located.
Cytoplasm.
Organelle that conducts photosynthesis.
This would be the chromoplast.
The powerhouse of the cell.
Mitochondrion.
A membrane-bound organelle containing water with dissolved substances, among which reserves and waste.
Vacuole.
Found in, among other things, fruits and flowers, this organelle stores pigment which gives color to the cell.
Chloroplast.
This organelle reads RNA and links amino acids accordingly in the process of creating proteins.
Nucleus. Stop. And everything has to be correct.
Yes, we are now looking for 2 perfect rounds. You have 111 seconds and 5 lifelines. But you do not get any extras for the final round.
I must have swapped 2. And it needs to be perfect.
It needs to be perfect.
And I think I have swapped 2. So I'm going to put in 2 lifelines.
Right, and 2 lifelines and 32 seconds are used. We can go to checking. First one, the membrane-enclosed organelle that contains the DNA. This was in fact the nucleus. So here your first lifeline will be used. Then the composed of cellulose, this organelle provides structural support and gives shape to the cell. That's the cell wall. The barrier between the cell and the environment that only allows certain molecules to pass through, that's the cell membrane. The semi-fluid substance within a cell which all organelles are located, that's cytoplasm. And the organelle that conducts photosynthesis, that's actually the chloroplast and not the chromoplast.
Yeah, then we're lost. Yep.
With the powerhouse of the cell, that's the mitochondrion.
Yeah.
A membrane-bound organelle containing water with dissolved substances, among which reserves and waste, that's the vacuole. And found in, among other things, fruits and flowers, that organelle stores the pigment, which gives color to the cell. That's the chromoplast.
Yeah.
And lastly, the organelle reads RNA and links amino acids accordingly in the process of creating proteins. That's the ribosome. So unfortunately, you didn't switch two, you switched two pairs.
Yeah.
I think almost everyone once made a mistake of switching the chromoplast and the chloroplast.
Yeah, that's I thought it was color. But
Yeah. The chromo is the color one.
yeah, that's. I should have.
English is not of help here.
No, it's Latin, and
Yeah.
I made a mistake there. Or was it Greek? Yeah. Anyway, it was fun.
I think this is Greek, yeah.
Yeah.
But even though you didn't make it, still a very good performance, making it all the way to the 7th round. And you don't go home empty-handed, because we have the participation award, just like in the real show. We have a clock for you.
Ah.
So there you are.
Yeah. Well, it ticks, right? And it ticks until it's finished.
So we hope you enjoyed participating here.
Yep. It was fun to do. Wasn't easy.
It for sure wasn't.
On this side, it's always with more pressure.
For sure. It's even harder when you're sitting here, and I think the people at home will also struggle with these rounds.
Yeah.
But thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And we will be back with our next contestant. And now I am joined by a very special candidate, because it's our very own Jorg. Welcome, Jorg.
Hello, Daan.
So this time you're on this side of the camera. I think for it's the second time, for the special edition as well.
Although that was an alternate universe.
Ah, true. This did not happen in this canon universe.
No.
So now you're almost nearing the end of your study time here. So you thought it is time that I now become a participant.
Well, I mean, following the rules, right?
Following the rule.
Leaving the committee is participating.
For sure, you have to prove that you were actually...
And it's in that order. Because ending the study, therefore I must leave the committee, therefore I must participate.
It's not voluntarily that you're leaving.
No, if I could, I would be doing this committee for another 5 years, I think.
Only 5?
At least.
At least.
Your 5-year plan, right?
So you're participating in media, which was your category, as you can see by your tie that you wear at the activities.
That's a lie, I think.
I think it's also a lie.
I think I have the green tie.
Yeah, I think so as well. But then why did you then pick media, Jorg?
I could do a lot of them, but I think especially during the... Okay, I couldn't do history, I think. Current events, don't know. Arts and literature depends. I think by far my best categories are media, sports and science. Sports, I don't know a lot of names. Science, it could be some difficult...
Could be hit with biology.
With words. Well, the Latin names are not my best suit. I can kind of figure it out, but not really. So then I'm like, okay, let's go for media. That's also usually the expertise for the pub quiz for me. So,
do you feel the pressure?
I mean, certainly. I have no idea what it means if I now go out in round 1 or round 2.
Everyone loses their respect for you.
Yeah, I think so too, but also what does that mean? Do I have any authority to tell people they're good at...
Well, you're leaving either way, right? So,
in
not
shame,
confront.
or not. With a clock you either way, I
With a clock you either way. So that's what you're aiming for?
No, I'm aiming for more than that, but let's see first, right?
We will see, and we will see it now in the first round. Summer weather is here, and with its festival season, some of the biggest global artists will perform at the likes of Glastonbury, Tomorrowland, and most recently Coachella. In this round we will see a handful of the artists that performed in the most recent installation of this Californian festival. So you will see them on screen, and I will give you a description as well, and you have to tell me who do we see here.
Okay.
So the options you can choose from are Willow, Björk, Charlie XCX, Remy Wolf, Frank Ocean, Blackpink, Boy Genius, Gorillaz, and Ducci.
Okay.
Familiar names for you?
very familiar names, but okay, Willow I can recognize, Björk I can recognize, Charlie XCX I can recognize, Remy Wolf, never heard of them, so that will be interesting. Frank Ocean I can recognize, Blackpink, that's the big group of course, probably in black and pink, but not sure. Should be fine.
All right, so in this first round, 5 correct answers are needed. I don't think I need to explain the rules to you, but the viewers might as well hear it.
Yeah, curious if you're going to show the animation of gorillas or just Damon Albarn.
We will see now. All right, best of luck. First one, a South Korean girl group,
Blackpink.
an American singer-songwriter, credited as a pioneer of the alternative R&B genre.
Let's go for Frank Ocean.
A British virtual band created,
Gorillas.
an English
Charlie
singer-songwriter,
XCX.
an Icelandic singer-songwriter,
Björk.
daughter of Will Smith,
Willow.
from Palo Alto. This artist appeared on American
This
Idol.
must be Remy Wolf.
This indie rock,
Genius.
this rapper first game.
Gochi, stop. That's 9, I think.
It's a speedrun as well.
Yeah, I was doubting if maybe Frank Ocean was correct, and then I saw Remy Wolf. I was like, yes, okay, Frank Ocean is correct as well. Sure.
So we can just go to checking.
Yes.
You're not nervous about this one.
No, not really.
All right. Then we can go to checking. First up, we had the South Korean girl group, and this is indeed Blackpink. Then the American singer-songwriter credited as pioneer of the alternative R&B genre, that's Frank Ocean. The British virtual band created in 1998 by Damon Albarn, that's Gorillaz. Then we have the English singer-songwriter whose 2024 album spawned the Brad Summer trends, that's Charlie XCX. The Icelandic singer-songwriter known for eccentric public persona and electric musical style, that's Björk. Then the daughter of Will Smith, her latest album was a major detour from her previous work into the realm of jazz and progressive rock. That's Remy Wolf.
That's
with
Willow for
sorry.
sure.
I meant to send Willow. That's Willow. And next up, that's Remy Wolf. That's from Palo Alto and appeared on American Idol.
Okay.
Then the indie rock supergroup consisted of Julian Baker, Phoebe Bridgers, and Lucy Dacus. That's Boy Genius. And then lastly, this rapper first gained attention on TikTok and won Best Rap Album at the 67th Annual Grammy Awards. That's Ducci. So perfect round means you also get your 6th lifeline. And let's see if you need that one in round number 2. Superheroes come in all shapes and sizes in comic books and cartoons. One that keeps showing up, however, is the strong, indestructible hero that can fly. These are often inspired by, and sometimes parodied, Superman. In this round you must identify heroes that share similar powers to Superman. So you will see them, and I won't give a description this time.
Okay.
So the options you can choose from are Sentry, Mighty Mouse, Icarus, Hancock, Metro Man, the Crimson Chin, All Might, Homelander, and Omni-Man.
Okay.
You recognize at least 5 of them?
Well, I guess Mighty Mouse must be a mouse. I think Hancock is played by Will Smith. Crimson Chin is the one from Fairly Odd Parents, and Homelander is from The Boys. Oh, and Omni-Man is from Invincible. So that's 5, right?
All right.
Should be. Yeah, I think should be fine.
Once again, you will see them. I won't say a thing this time.
Okay.
All right, Jorg, good luck.
Thank you. Homelander. Omni-Man. Wow, I'm getting help. Sentry. I think this is Sentry, probably. The other one, Icarus. This is Metro Man. Crimson Chin. The Mighty Mouse. Hancock. All Might, stop. I mean, the mouse was a mouse. Let's see.
Maybe.
1,
maybe.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 5 are good, I think. Maybe all of them. But that depends on if the guy who is called Sentry has an S on their suit or not, I think.
All right, so no lifelines needed here.
Yeah, maybe All Might and Icarus are swapped, actually. Not sure. Let's see.
All right, but that won't change a thing about your strategy.
No.
Yet. Then we can go to checking. First one, we have the superhero, which is not really that good of a guy, actually. So this is Homelander from The Boys, indeed. Then next up from Invincible, that's Omni-Man. Then here you said Sentry, then Icarus, but it is actually All Might.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next up with the S, that's for Sentry, not for Superman.
Good.
Then we have Metro Man. And my favorite superhero of all time, it's the Crimson Chin. This is indeed the Mighty Mouse.
Victory.
And we have Hancock, and that means that at the end we have not All Might, but
Yeah,
Icarus.
Icarus, of course.
So you said it at the
Yeah,
very end.
the Eternals, the thing Marvel has to care about or something.
You don't care about it.
No. But they're named after kind of Egyptian gods or something, I guess.
Yeah, it's really
So that
strange.
I thought about it afterwards or something like the Greek mythology, something. Don't know.
It's not your cup of tea.
No,
part of
not
Marvel.
at all.
But at least you survived the round, which means we can go to the third one. Boo! Did I get you? This round is all about Halloween specials in television, something the costume departments often take full advantage of. You must identify the show to which each of these Halloween costumes belong.
Okay.
I will give you a description of the costume, and you have to tell me the series. You also see a picture of them.
Okay.
That helps, I think.
Okay, I think that helps, yeah.
And the series you can choose from are 2.5 Men, Friends, Modern Family, Riverdale, Parks and Recreation, Community, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, How I Met Your Mother, and The Office. Any of your favorite shows in here?
Of course, Community is easily the best show ever made, so...
You're hyped for the movie?
the movie, which will never come, but yes.
I think they're teasing it now for almost 20 years, I feel
They've
like.
been teasing it every single year, and then it came to Netflix, and then it was like, oh, the movie definitely will come, and now Community's off of Netflix again, so the movie's not coming, guys.
I have no faith.
I've only watched 3 of these, like, for real. The Community, How I Met Your Mother, and The Office. I know of the rest, so maybe there's a character I recognize. But yeah,
All right,
6 correct needed, I think.
that's completely correct. That's your first
Yes,
correct
that's
answer of
the
the third
correct
round.
answer.
Good luck. First one, Noble Woman,
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Sexy Dracula,
Community.
Third Wheel,
How I Met Your Mother.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry,
Modern Family.
Bomb Diffuser,
Office.
The Riveter,
Parks and Recreation.
Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy,
Riverdale.
Sputnik,
Friends.
and Ducky.
Yeah, 2.5 Men, stop. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I switched Buffy and Riverdale, but at least 7 are correct, so this should be
At least
fine.
7. That's plenty.
Yep.
So no lifelines again, and then we can go to checking. First up, we have the Noble Woman in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so that's correct.
Nice.
And then this one, would be a shame if you got this one wrong after your entire story, because this is from Community.
Really dark picture.
Really dark picture indeed. Then we have How I Met Your Mother. And I like the show as well. This is Modern Family. This is brilliant. The Office. I actually never watched this one. This is Parks and Recreation. Still have to catch up on that one.
Nice.
And this is Riverdale, so you didn't swap them around. Then we have Ross in Friends.
What is this outfit?
It's the Sputnik.
Sputnik, okay, sure.
And then lastly, we have 2.5 Men, which means that you have a perfect round. So you also get a 7th lifeline now.
Nice.
You're collecting them.
Good.
And we'll see if you manage to get to the 2nd episode by finishing this 4th round.
Okay.
We live in a digital age in which internet celebrities can become household names. Streamers are no exception to this. And in this round, you must identify a selection of streamers who have become recognizable beyond the Twitch ecosystem. You will see them, and that's it.
Okay.
Like, we started on Twitch as well. So it should be a known ground here.
Okay.
So the options you can choose from are Dream, Moist Critical, Speed, Pokemane, Hasanabi, Cutie Cinderella, Queso, Ninja, and Kai Senate.
I've never heard it being pronounced Pokemon.
Oh, sorry. Pokemon. Oh.
But moist critical, of course. Let's get moist, I think.
Let's get wet.
Let's get wet, let's get moist. Either way. Let's see. Yeah. Dream, I wonder if you have the mask or the face. Moist critical, sure. Speed, the Ronaldo fanboy of the century, I think. Pokimane, sure. Hassanabi, maybe bit too alt-left guy or something. But okay. Cutie Cinderella, sure. Case Out, never heard of them. Ninja, Fortnite guy. Guys, not. No clue. We'll see.
Right. So you will only see a picture of them.
Okay.
Good luck.
Pokimane. Let's go Queso. Let's go Kaisenat. Cutie Cinderella. This is Dream. Hassanabi. Moist Critical. Ninja. Speed. Oh, I did not say stop the time, but okay, I guess we'll not swap Queso and Kaisenat. Let's leave it like this then, sure.
All right. Do you think there are 6 correct answers?
There's at least 7 correct.
At least 7.
Yeah, but I'm not sure about the last 2, and I think maybe they were the other way around.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
All right, then the first up. This is, can we get a picture? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
This one is indeed Pokimane. And then the next one, this is actually Kai Cenat, so that's Queso. Which means that the next one, this was Queso.
Yeah, okay.
So you swap those 2. Then we have Cutie Cinderella, followed by Dream. Then
It says it in the back as well, I see now.
But it's flipped, so you won't
Yeah,
notice.
yeah.
This is Hassanabi. Then for the next one, this is Moist Critical. The blue hair from Ninja. And we have Speed.
Yeah.
And that is your 7 correct answer. So congratulations, you managed to get to the 2nd episode. So how do you feel it went?
Decent.
Decent.
Of course, you want 4 perfects, but
you have
I'm
to
not
settle for
unhappy. I still have 193 seconds left,
Yes.
so it's
And you have more lifelines than you started with.
also true.
So a good prospect for next week. So we will see you next week as well. And this brings us to the end of the episode for today, but not before we look at the viewer question. The answer is The Diary of Anne Frank. Congratulations to the winner. Thank you all for watching, and we hope you tune in next week to a new episode of Smarter by the Second.